Hey guys, my name is Adlan and welcome to Architecture Daily Sketches. First of all, I would like to thank you for your engagement on our previous videos. So, for today's topic on how to cast a shadow in your drawings. So, what's so important about having shadows inside your sketches? Well, when you have shadows inside your drawings, it allows your drawing to tell a story in your design on the depth and the height, or it even shows volume inside your design or your ideal sketches. So let's start. Okay, we're gonna go through three different geometrical form, basic form on how to cast the shadow into the objects. Let's look into the first object. So we have a simple cube of drawings here. So what we need to identify when we do the drawings is that first of all, we need to identify your horizontal line at the back. The next part we need to indicate is that your light source. After indicating your light source, we need to indicate the vanishing point for your light source. So for that, we're going to project a line going down to the horizontal line, and we call it the vanishing point. This vanishing point is for your light source. We need to connect these two projections together to get the line for your shadows. The first point that you do is that you draw a line from the light source and then to the edge of the object. For every edge that you do, you will draw a line from the light source going down. And then at the same time, you need to project from the vanishing point, the line touching the bottom part of the object, and wherever the lines, so whenever the line intersect, that will be one of your point for the shadow. So for this object, you'll have 3 points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So after that, what you need to do is that to connect each point together, so you will have the outline of your shadow. What you need to do next is to hatch your shadow part so we can see the contrast of your drawings. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, casting the shadow for this object. So what I'm gonna do again is identify the light source, projecting down the line to identify my vanishing point. So what I'll do next is project all the edges of the object from the light source After that, continue with the vanishing point, projecting the line down for the ground point. What I did here is that I created an imaginary line going down to the ground point so that I can identify the vanishing point for the top edge of the object to get the point. So now I'm connecting all the points that was intersected . Alright, the last geometrical form that we're going to cover, it's a sphere. So the thing about the sphere, you don't see any edges around it. So how I like to do is that I will create an imaginary line just to segment the sphere into multiple points. And then same goes I'm gonna draw and identify the horizontal line. And next, and I'll also identify the light sources and the vanishing point. So what I did here is that I create an imaginary rectangle for me to draw as a canvas, an imaginary canvas for my shadow, so that I can draw an arc, and this rectangle can be my reference for my arc. So on this tree progression, you see the first one is like the basic of how to cast a shadow. So the rule of thumb of having light source and VP point, and drawing a line that intersects the edges of the object. And whenever this line from the light source and from the vanishing point for the light source intersect, will be the point for your shadow. The next one that you see over here is that we created an imaginary line, since the edge at the bottom here we don't see any point. So we create an imaginary point so that we can project it out, so that we can intersect the line from the light source and the vanishing point. And the third one, the sphere, is that we create an imaginary frame that helps us to draw our arc on our shadow on the ground. Now I'm sketching a 2-point perspective of a conceptualized building. If you want to check out more on perspective, you can check out our previous perspective video, and the links you can find it down below. I'm gonna use the same techniques that I'm using on the geometrical form into the building on casting this shadow. First, I'll be indicating my light source, and then I'll project out a line going down to my horizon line to identify my vanishing point for my shadow. And then the line that is intersecting coming from the light source and also the vanishing point will be my shadow anchor point. The point that intersects between the line coming from the light source and also the vanishing point will guide me and connect to each other so I can draw the outline of my shadow. So in conclusion, when we look back at our 3 basic geometrical, we can use the techniques for the shadow casting into any drawings, even though the buildings have a very complex shape. If you like this video, thumbs it up. And if you like to see more of this video, you can subscribe. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Links are down below. If you have any suggestion for our next video, you can leave a comment. Thank you for watching.